Hey, what's going on, everybody? Back for part two of companionship and versus looking for love, right? So we're back on that journey. We found our keys. The keys is love, and it's inside of us. So as we start traveling along this journey, the journey that we call life, you'll have to make some stops, right? And along these stops, you're gonna meet people. And if you're fortunate enough, you'll find somebody who'll share, your journey with you. And if not, then you get to a point where amongst your journey, they go their own separate ways for whatever reason, right? So look at it like this when it comes to companionship and compatibility. You make your first stop, and let's say you like buying hats, right? And so you see somebody who mentions that they like buying hats as well, and you don't really think much about it, and so that's it. And then you go to your next stop, and you see that same person, and then y'all kind of connect from there, and you have dialogue. Where'd you get your hats from? How many do you have? How long have you been doing it? And so this concept can be used on so many different platforms. Look at it in the sense of, those who like basketball. So you do one or two things, right? You're going to either pay attention to the game and show interest towards it and have people that like it just like you. So you have your fans and you have, your supporters and all the other different things that is associated with basketball. And then you have people who actually play basketball, right? So if you play basketball and play basketball with somebody else who plays basketball, it ends up turning to be, at least at that moment for as far as the game goes, that you have a common interest that y'all like to share. And this can be used from, once again, movies, if you like going hiking, if you like a certain car. And so people use these and they kind of spin off from there. Understand that when you find these commonalities, you're finding a reflection of yourself, right? And that's how we're going to kind of talk about falling in love, right? And what it is that's really happening. Now, let's go back to this journey, right? And so you meet this person and y'all have the same interest and you get to, let's say, your fifth stop. At your fifth stop, the person no longer finds interest to what it is you find interest to, or they have another interest they would like to pursue themselves. And your options at that point in time is to either accept what it is that they want to do, and you go with them, change who you are, not them, who you are, and whether you want to accept that thing in your life or not, right? Or you walk away. And so, at that point in time in your relationship, y'all amicably walk away. And the reason why this can be done in an amicable fashion is that you as a person, you respect the views of others. Respect doesn't mean like, respect doesn't mean agree. It's nothing more that this is how you see it. Okay, fine, so be it. Right? And if you say, I don't see it that way, or I don't want to do that thing, or I don't, agree to those terms, whatever the case may be, then you walk away from it. If they, don't come back with, well, let's try this instead, right? You have, and you must have effective communication. Allowing yourself to express yourself to who you are to others and what it is you have inside you, that allows you as a person to share the things you like. By doing that, others get to see it and they get to say, hey, I like that about you. Can we discuss more? I like psychology. I like philosophy. I like motivated speeches. I like cutting grass. I like, doing hair. I like walking dogs, whatever the case may be. And you find that person and you remember along that journey, like, oh, I remember when I first met so-and-so. Man, I didn't like him at first. Or then I found that they like such and such and such, and we became cool from there. It's exactly how it goes quite often with a lot of people. And we make these adjustments to what it is we like based off of the experiences that we go through, right? That companionship is a portion of what you see in others through you. And so you feel that connection, right? And it feels better. And you're like, oh, whenever that good thing, I have friends that when I have good news, I call them and they're always like, man, you're so excited. And I come in there like, hey, I got an idea. Or, hey, I have this, this concept I would like to run by. And because of that companionship and that compatibility with how we are towards each other, I look for it now, right? I look for that. I don't have to look for love. I'm always going to give love. I have love. I have my keys. I know where I'm going. I just don't know who I'm going to meet, right? I don't know what the weather's going to be like. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I don't know, but I know where I'm going. And that kind of helps you solidify any type of anxiety or stress. Just imagine that you know where you're going in life. That's beautiful. You can't beat that, right? So go ahead and get in your car of life, roll your windows down, put you on some good music, and hopefully the weather stays good. And I can show you how, as we begin to evolve and how this starts to grow, and how to deal with the most horrendous things in your life. Remember, you can only control yourself, not others. So once again, please, when it comes to looking for companionship, look for those who have similar interests into what it is you're doing. It allows you to feel connected. It allows you to want to grow. It allows you to take those two people and find a group. And that group finds a community. And the community finds a village. And the village finds the whole world, or whatever the case may be, whatever's after that, right? And you can't lose, right? There's always somebody who's going to be rooting for you. There's always somebody who's going to be like, yes, 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 let's do this more, 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 all right? The next thing we're going to talk about as I close out on that is that falling in love feeling, right? What's actually happening to our minds when we look at somebody and it's like, oh, I'm falling in love. And if you've been paying attention from the last two videos, it'll make sense. All right. I'll see y'all later. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.